From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
Over 2.5 weeks ago, when covering top cryptocurrency coins of 2021, I told viewers that we're going in a devaluing market downturn. We're going down. And after the last market crash, I said, we're going down, get ready to head down. And tonight, there's not another market crash, but coins are at the levels below the last market crash, which is signaling where coins are going. It was caused by external factors, not caused by the People's Republic of China. And I predicted it over 3 weeks ago. This morning, I told you that it's going to get more severe because it was caused by external factors, not the coins themselves. I told you coins had enough problems already. And tonight, the coins are below the levels of the last market crash. And this is just the start. Within the next 3 weeks, the PCR will have another statement, and that will hammer coins even worse. We'll go over a lot of coins in tonight's recording, but still show you how you can make money, but ultimately how to ensure that you're in the right investment at the right time. We'll look at a lot of coins that are plummeting right tonight, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, falling very suddenly. And then we'll look at Doge, tanking. We'll be looking at Polygon, ouch. We're looking at some of the breakaway coins from last week, taking a big dive now. Compound, yes, you're seeing that right. And then we'll be looking at synthetic, ouch, and AMP, ooh. And we'll understand why this was an event that you should have been ready for, and why you should be ready for the more serious event, which is coming up soon. And this is Evenings and Overnights Crypto. How are you? Oh boy, what a day it has been, but I want to go over everything you need to know. We're going to cover everything from basics to advanced. We're going to cover short-term and long-term. We're going to cover profits and selling, and we're going to cover holds and buys. A lot of stuff in tonight's recording and a lot of coins, so subscribe. This is LALATE, America's fastest growing cryptocurrency channel with 400,000 subscribers in 1 year, a YouTube record. I want you to hit that subscribe button because the viewership of this channel gets the best information. It's the most comprehensive, the most coins, and everything that's been predicted on this channel has been said right and has been coming right on point. I haven't missed a single point on anywhere where the coins are going. So subscribe. Also like this video. Let's step back a little bit. The last market crash about 2.5 weeks ago. After that last market crash, I said, that's it. We are going down, and we're going to devalue, and we're going to devalue over the next few weeks. And the devaluation will continue for a few months. I said, you categorically do not buy a coin at that point to hold it for a few months thinking you're going to come back in a few months and the coin will go up. If you buy it at $1, for example, it'll be worth 30 cents. Don't do that. But if you have the other, if you have the time, I can show you how to make money. Short-term buy and holds, short-term buy and sells, few-day buy and sells, or if you want to hold long-term, I can show that as well. And there we were. The last market crash was caused by the People's Republic of China, and it was a very severe crash. It was unlike the prior three covered on this channel. What was different about that crash? A lot of things. Number one, it was a People's Republic of China announcement that happened on a Sunday. But the crash I predicted days earlier because the coins before PCR even spoke were so severely oversold that you could see the crash about to happen and the day was about to happen. I predicted not only that the crash was going to happen, but I predicted the day. And it did happen. Then the crash did something different. The crash continued on a Sunday, on a Monday, and as some people are saying, go in and buy, it's in a dip. I said, nope, don't buy. You're not dipping. You're still going to find, you're still searching for the bottom. It did not find that bottom until Tuesday or early Wednesday, and it flattened out, meaning it had crashed to a final basement, and that was it. So what was it going to do? This is where it became different. The coins did not come back to their pre-crash levels. Any of the coins, with the exception after 2 weeks approximately, Bitcoin and Ethereum went back to those pre-crash levels. Bitcoin was about 31,000 pre-crash, and Bitcoin was about 31,000 pre-crash, and Ethereum was about 2,100 pre-crash. All the other coins stayed somewhere in the range of that crash level from that Sunday to that Tuesday or Wednesday. I said, folks, this is about as obvious as you could tell. The coins didn't rebound from the crash. The crash is over. The crash went off for 3 days. They haven't rebounded. They're still in the crash range of 3 days of selling off. They haven't come back after a week. They still haven't come back 2 weeks. They still haven't come back. They're not coming back. We're going lower. We're going lower. Do not buy for 3 months holds. Do not buy the coin thinking you could sell it in 3 months. You're going to lose your shirt. I said the coins are going to devalue. And I said they're going to devalue substantially. I said Bitcoin will go into a 29,000, will go below 29,000 over the next few weeks. Bitcoin will go 29, 28, 27,000 over the next few weeks. Ethereum would go 2,100, 1,900, 1,700 over the next few weeks, 1,500. And then the PCR statement will hit. And at that point, you'll have a very severe crash. And at that point, 1, Bitcoin will go under 25,000. 2, Ethereum will go under 1,500, probably as low as 1,000, maybe even lower. And that event will happen because PCR wants to annihilate the coins. Now, you notice everything I've said so far is about coins and charts and how the coins are reacting in PCR. That's all I've been talking about. Here's what I never spoke about. I never spoke about external factors. The coins were having this much problem with just their universe of people getting out of the coins and People's Republic of China. I'm just covering that problem. And I was saying coins are going to devalue 3% over every 48 hours progressively, and the downturn would come over the next few weeks. And that PCR statement will come in 3 weeks or 4 weeks' time, and that will take them down to that level. I did not factor in an external factor beyond that. And that's what's happening today. For the first time since I think the first market crash, we have an external factor coming in that's doing the act of PCR before PCR acts. The external factor is taking the coins down. And what is it doing? It's taking the coins down to the levels I said they're heading to now faster than I had predicted. So the direction is the same. The action is the same. It's just sooner than I had even predicted. And what are those external factors? The stock market, global economies, inflation, and Delta. Now, you may say, wait a second, this is crypto. It's just supposed to be crypto, Sushi swap's just about to be sushi and swapping. Decentralizing is just supposed to be about decentralizing. AMP is just supposed to be about amping. We're not supposed to be talking about the treasury yields. Well, you have to, because that's how investing works. You may be a crypto investor and you may be new to crypto investing, or you may be sophisticated. You may have bought something before and had the run up, and you never really looked at treasury yields or bond or stocks or international markets opening, closing, and you just looked at stock. You just looked at your coin. You can't do that. Now, I don't mean that you have to know the stock price of every stock out there, but if the stock market is crashing, here's what you need to know. You need to know these things. If the stock market is crashing, if world stock exchanges are crashing, if there's a major reversion of economic indicators that is totally different than what we thought the day before, you need to know that. And if there's something happening with the Federal Reserve and Jay Powell, he's changing his interest rate policy, or there's something that's going on with the bond market, you need to know it. Because if you don't, then all you got is a pillow of a Doge character in the background and your heart reactions to things. That ain't going to make anyone money. That's going to lose people's shirts. You have to know the markets. And here's what's going on. All those things happen today. All those things happen, and they were all bad. Number one, the world markets open today, and they're all bad. Every single world market today had a bad economic number. China, which they invest in crypto, they have positions in crypto, and they impact world economies, came out and said, our economy is slowing. We're not recovering enough from the pandemic. We slowed in the month of June. Zwing Zhang, chief economist at Pinpoint Asset Management, sent a note today. We think that the policy signals that the Chinese economy has likely slowed in June. Very bad. Japan on state of emergency as Delta has expanded. No spectators at Olympic events, but Japan now suggesting there's economic pressure on them. World stock markets crashing, but the U.S. stock market down 250 at one point because of fears that the economic recovery has not occurred here, that we're not only not recovering fast enough, but maybe we are now going backwards. The new jobless claims number, which you're not expected to know if you don't watch crypto, but you're at least supposed to know that things are getting very bad suddenly, and suddenly they got very bad. Jobless claims, which refers to how many people had jobs the week before, suddenly they lost their job. 373,000 people lost their job last week, a massive surge, and basically the next number is the number you absolutely have to know. Treasury yields, which refers to the bond market. A fall like this is very rare that you see something like this. Fell 1.25% in just a few hours. This suggests that the inflation is ending, that everyone betted the wrong direction on inflation, that we're going the opposite direction, and that a growth may be stopping because of Delta. I mean, this is huge. Interest rates plummeting, and that suddenly inflation that was supposed to be going up is going the other way down. Suddenly, everyone sold out of stocks. Why did they sell out of crypto? For all the same reasons. Here you need to know is that the investors in crypto may not be like you. There's a lot of people who buy crypto who may not be like you. A lot of people who buy crypto are people who have big stock positions. They also have big bond positions. They are also bond traders. They also they may have overseas mutual funds in like South America. And so if they see their other investments going down, they wake up and they see their mutual fund out of Nicaragua that's devalued, or they see their 10 of their stocks suddenly hit badly today, and then they see the S&P is down, the Nasdaq is down. They're going to sell crypto. Why are they going to sell crypto? Because crypto is the risky investment. Crypto is the more risk adverse investment, and they're going to get out of a risky investment if two events are occurring. The economy is not rebounding, that the growth is going away, and that inflation is going away, and that's suddenly we're contracting as an economy. We're not expanding. We're not growing. So that's what happened. Today's downturn had nothing to do with PCR. Had nothing to do with Polygon just didn't find its comfort number. It had nothing to do with it. It had to do with external influences. And I have not done this video since the second market crash, maybe, because I think the second market crash, ironically, when the PCR issued its second statement, which called the second market crash, it was the same day that the U.S. stock market was crashing with tech stocks. There was something that came out with tech stocks, I think, for the second crypto crash a few weeks ago, and it just lined up, and it was just a horrible timing. Maybe PCR was watching. Maybe PCR said, "Oh, the tech stocks are crashing because that certain thing happened. I don't know what it was," and they're like, "Let's just put some kerosene on the fire and just explode it," and they did, and they came in. Now, could they do that again? Oh boy. This is not PCR stuff, folks. Let's look at the charts right now so you understand the severity of what's going on. Ouch. Yeah, we'll come back to you in a second. Bitcoin, pre-market crash, 31, but last market crash went to 29. Where's it right now? How low did it go? Let's see how low it went. It still looked like it stayed. This is the one-day chart. This is Gemini. My mouse is in the coin. You may see just the one-day fall and say, "Oh, it fell $2,000 in just a few hours." No, let's look at the 7-day fall. Boy. Now, here you're going to see where the last market crash is, where it was 29,000. It's sort of hard to see it on this chart, 29. But it's 29, and now it's 31. It's nearly there. Ethereum. Oh, goodness. This is one day. Let's look at 7-day. Ouch. Let's look at the last market crash. Last market crash 1900. Because the chart, you're looking at a rectangle. Because the chart is in a rectangle, and the trading range is not a large trading range, you may look and then say, "Oh, it's not really close to the last crash level." Well, it's not going to show up because it has been a narrow trading range. But the last crash level was it went to 1,700. So the coin is now only $300 away. It's 2,000. The last crash level for Ethereum was 1,700. It's just $300 away. That's nothing. How far has Ethereum fallen today? It's fallen 300. So there you go. It started at 2,300. It's lost $300 a day. One more day of this, it's at the crash level. Or at the lowest part of the crash level. I'm not talking about even the start of the crash level. Doge is actually taking it harder. Doge is at 20 cents. The last crash, it was at 19 cents. Yeah, there you go. So this one you can see a little bit easier. 19.20. There you go. So Doge is already at the last crash level. And, this is so significant. Polygon, which has been sort of doing much of nothing for anyone, It's been a flat coin day in, day out. Let's look how flat it's been. Boring, 110 to 116 to 110. And then suddenly, ouch, it falls, from 106. How did the day start? 114 to 103. Where was it in the last market crash? There you go. Oh, I think it's even lower than the market crash. How low did Polygon go in the last market crash? 109? Yeah, it's 103, so it's below the last market crash. There you go. I did not even remember that. So Polygon it's a bad situation, folks. Polygon, there you go, a boring coin that hasn't really done anything for anyone, been in a 10-cent trading range for a few weeks, is now below the last market crash. That was an example of a coin that never came back from the last market crash. Now it's below the lowest point of the last market crash. Doge is 1 cent away from that 19 cents level of the last market crash, the lowest part of the last market crash. And Ethereum and Bitcoin are 1 day away from it, $200 away, $300 away. It's just bad. Okay, so now let's look at those anomaly coins like Aave, Decentraland, Compound. If you're new to this channel, there was a 10-day run where the market was going down. And then suddenly there was a series of coins that wanted to take their own party on the road. It started with Aave and Compound. They said, hey, party! And so Aave and Compound started a run. And I was like, okay, up 20%. Viewers, get in. Get in and get out at 20%. But if it still goes up, don't get out. And then it didn't stop going up. So some viewers didn't take the profits. They stayed in and they made a better bet on it. They stayed in, and then after a day and a half, it was still up. So they still stayed in. And then the party got a little bit larger. Decentraland joined them. And then SushiSwap joined them. Swapped whatever party it was in and swapped over to this party. And then then suddenly SushiSwap had a bad day. And then for some reason, Synthetic joined the party late in the game. The run continued. It continued for 7 days. Synthetic only got maybe a 2-day run out of it. Almost 10 days maybe. But Synthetic only got like a 1-2 day run. And I said, hey, this is going to end. This is going to end very bad, very quickly. Get ready to get out. Get ready to get out. I mean, this is supposed to be a 3-day run, not a 10-day run. And that's what's happening tonight. So actually, it didn't happen tonight. It happened yesterday. But you'll see how low. You'll see how low this drop has started. Ouch, that's Aave. But let's look at Aave for this run. So there you go. This is a 7-day chart, but the run started more than 7 days ago. So you would have gotten out 2 days ago. Let's show how this run worked. There you go. So it ran all the way up, and now it's coming back down. How low was Aave during the last crash level? 184. Trust me. Trust me. Aave will go back to 184. It's going to fall very quickly. It's going to fall very, very quickly. Compound. Oh, my goodness. Now, Compound is a sister and brother to Aave. Its chart looked exactly the same going up. Let's look out further. And there is Compound further. So it ran from 200 all the way to 477. It was a beautiful run. People made 3 times their money or twice their money. And I said, get out. And here we go. We're going down. Compound will drop all the way to 220. Get ready for that fall. It had a big run. And, oh, boy, how fast of a drop is that? Let's just look at this for a reference point. 436. And what is it now? 416. It lost $20 in just a matter of a few minutes for a $400 coin. Ouch. And they're Synthetic. Okay, so Synthetic, boy. Synthetic had a beautiful run, but that run is over as well. Let's look out further. Synthetic's run was very quick, but it's going to come down very fast. And remember, these were short-term runs. AMP, however, has been a relatively flat coin. So you now see sort of what happened. Let's recap. Market crash about 3 weeks ago. The market crash went on for 3 days. After the market crash, the coins did not go back to their pre-crash levels, with the exception of Ethereum and Bitcoin, which went a little bit above them, maybe 2% above them, 2 weeks later. Most of the other coins stayed within the range of the crash. So if the crash was like from 100 to 80 and finally came to the rest at 80, they landed in the 180. They never went to what they were before the crash, was maybe like 120. And tonight, Ethereum and Bitcoin are just 1 day away, just 200, just like 2% away from getting to those crash bottom levels. Coins like Polygon and other coins are now below. Bitcoin, Polygon is below the lowest up point of the crash level. Doge is 1 cent away from the lowest point of the crash level. And then our best performing coins, these anomaly coins like Decentraland, Aave, Compound, Synthetic, that had this beautiful run for 7-10 days. I hope you got in and I hope you got out and I hope you took the profits, because it's over and they're going to crash badly and quickly now. And that's what's going on. Let's go in the split screen so because we look so broadly at what's going on with this market, because it's I hope that people are on the right side of the investing, because I said, hey, this is going low. You do not want to be on the wrong side of investing. What's the wrong side of investing? It would have been anyone that did not heed my advice and said, I'm just going to buy a coin and hold it for 3 months and make 300% of my money, because someone did that from January to May. I said, no, we're not going to do January to May anymore. It's not happening. You're not going to see those May numbers for a while. Maybe not to end of this year, next year. Don't do that. And tonight, I think those people are regretting it. There's all those people. Here's CoinMarketCap.com on my left. Those are all those people that were on, Twitter when Doge got cheap during the last crash, and they're like, I'm buying on the dip. I'm like, don't do it. Don't buy it. So if we're looking at the market right now, Bit is down 2%, Ethereum's down 1%. Excuse me. Today, Bit is down 5%, Ethereum's down 10%. Ouch. Cardano 5%, Doge 11%. Let's look at the worst performing coin right now in the market. Decentraland. Wow. So Decentraland, just yesterday, we're talking about how it's had this wonderful run and it's about to end, or maybe it was the day before that. 15% down. Synthetic, 12% down. So there you go. The the coins, the anomaly coins that had that big, beautiful run, are the coins that are taking it the worst today. Decentraland. There's Synthetic. There's Sushi Swap. And it just keeps on getting worse and worse. Is there any coin that's up for the 7-day? Let's look at the coins that are really up for the 7-day. Yeah. So there's an interesting set of coins in there. AXS is up 100% for the week. Interesting. KCS is up 74%. Stacks is up 58%, and Flow is up 56%. Synthetic is still up 38% because it is not fallen as hard as it needs to fall. Now, that's a 7 days, so don't think that the fact that something's up for 7 days is something to celebrate. So what should you do? Well, let's go over buy, sell, and going forward. Number one, if you own a coin, and you are wondering if you should sell it or hold it, this is my advice to you. And you just found this channel. If you don't need the cash, then don't sell the coin. The coin's going to devalue. And so if you don't want to look at a devaluing coin, then just look away and come back in a year if you think it's a good coin. If you don't need the money, but you don't like a coin losing value, then maybe you want to take the loss and offset against wins of other coins you sold this year that were big profits. Today is not the day to sell. The last few days may have been opportunities to sell, but ultimately the opportunity may pass you up as well. Number two, if you do need the money, then you're going to have to sell at some point. This is not a new message. I've been saying this since the last market crash. Then, if you want to buy and you've not bought, then when should you buy? Well, if you want to be a 3-month buyer, you're gonna lose your shirt. So don't do that. Don't be buying to sell for 3 months. If you want to be buying to hold for a couple of years or over a year, yeah, I like that. Now, I like Bitcoin. I like Ethereum. Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000 in my opinion, and Ethereum will go to 10,000. But I think that's in 5 years. And I like things cheaper. Some people would just buy it now and not worry and say, hey, it's going to go there. So I'll just tune back in 5 years from now. No, I'd rather not do that. How low do I think these coins are going to go? Okay, here is my bearish prediction. As I said earlier, look at that mountain. I think Bitcoin is going around here, like 29, 27, 26 over the next few weeks. And then when PCR speaks again, it's going to go around here. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I believe it's going to fall under 25,000 when PCR speaks. For Ethereum, I think Ethereum is going to go to 1900, 1700, 1600 over the next few weeks. And then once it's there, it's then going to fall into when PCR speaks, then it's going to fall to about 1100 and then 900 is my opinion. I do not like Doge for long-term buying and holding. Why? Because I don't see it delivering big returns. Even if you see Doge dropping in 3 weeks from now to 16 cents, if it goes to $1 or $2 in 2 years, that's not a big return on my money. I don't see the return in Doge. That is opportunity number one. Opportunity number two is these day trading coins, and these are sort of and the two trading techniques I show on this channel. There are two trading techniques I show on this channel. The first one is day trading. It starts with any type of day. The market could be up, the market could be down. The concept is you're buying a coin that is up 18%, and you want to sell the coin as soon as you get at least about a 20% return, unless the coin is still going up. You go into your platform like a Gemini, you click on that third column, and you see which coins are giving big returns right today. And you see even a bad day like today, there is a coin. There is a coin. And what is that coin doing? It's called Orchard. It's up 16% right now. That's perfect. Now, you want to look at the chart and know, is this the time to get in the coin? Can I get 20% on top of that 16%? I'll tell you right now, it's not the time for Orchard, because I believe when I clicked on Orchard earlier today, it was up 30%. I think now it's up 16%. So it's losing its return. The concept of day trading is you want to get in at 18%, hope you can run it to 38%, and then get out if the coin starts to downturn and you got a 20% return at least on the coin. If the coin doesn't downturn, then you hold it for up to a day and a half. What happens after a day and a half? Well, if the coin is still going up, then you turn it into a flipping option where you're in the coin for about up to 3 days, but you watch it because the coin's not going to continue to go up. At some point, it's going to say, I give up. And that may give up after 2 days. And when it gets up, you get out. Now, if for any reason the coin is an anomaly, like Compound Aave were, they ran for more than 3 days, they ran for about 9 days, then you just stay in the coin. But you have to be really ready to get out. You cannot turn off the phone or computer for 5 days and go on vacation. You blink and the coin will lose every profit you put embedded in that coin with a great buy and a position, and a cheap buy and position. And so there you go. People, when you're investing in cryptocurrency, you cannot think that the coin is its own universe. The people buying cryptocurrency are people who include people who are very sophisticated, who also buy stocks, also buy bonds, also buy foreign mutual funds. And they see, very big fluctuations in the markets. They may wake up and they may see that the U.S. stock exchange has not yet opened for trading that day, but the German exchange is down dramatically because let's say some major announcement out of Germany that changes the whole economy. Well, and then suddenly an hour later, there's one out of France that makes a similar announcement. Trust me, when our market opens, the market's going to crash, stock market, and that's going to cause crypto to come down. So you can see these events for crypto. Before U.S. exchanges open. Remember, crypto never closes. Crypto never closes, but the impact of the stock market, which does close every day, does not kick in to crypto until the market's open. There is also pre-market trends on stocks that give you indication as well. A lot of pre-market indications for tomorrow show stocks slightly up, so that's not really helping in the analysis. But there you go. Hope this video has been informative to you in an event that's different than we've seen before. When you're buying with crypto, you need to understand that external influences like stocks, like bonds, like foreign exchanges can impact where your crypto goes. And in a market in which we already have a devaluing series of coins, where the coins are going to devalue based on my prediction already before PCR speaks, before stocks crash, before bond market crash, that anything added to the equation could make it much worse. And with that, make sure you subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. Fastest growing cryptocurrency channel there is. 3 shows per day on crypto. 9:30 a.m. mornings crypto, overnight's crypto at 5:30 for 15 hours, and then evenings crypto at 7 o'clock. Hit that subscribe button. I want you part of this channel. Also, like this video. 2,000-3,000 likes. Every like really helps. And consider becoming a member. Membership links at the top of the chat. Drop your comments in Overnight's Crypto. I love to answer your questions. Coins, buy or sell. Where do you want to go? And other coins you want me to cover. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful evening and stay with Ally for more.